I want to be an electrician. An electrician is a very good skill set to have, believe me. My name is Daniel Powley. I have been an electrician for almost 9 years now with over 9,000 hours of experience in all the different fields: residential, commercial, and industrial. Industrial's cold, dirty, dangerous. Don't want to go back there. Unless, of course, you can get into an industrial field where you're working in a plant or a mill or something like that. That might be all right, but my experience is out in the oil and gas fields, maintaining wells and well sites and compressor stations and stuff like that. Being around H2S gas, and which is a very deadly poisonous gas. If you inhale a very small amount of it, it can make you very sick or even possibly kill you. It's not a good place to be. I don't know how anybody enjoys that, but to each his own. Anyways, if you want to be an electrician, the way you go about it is either you get started with a pre-apprenticeship program, which nowadays is the most typical route to take, where you go into school, into college, and you're there for about 6 months learning all the basic skills, tools, and ways around the trade. After that, it's off to work. But my preferred way of doing things, which is the way I started off back in 2006, is I actually found a small company that didn't require a pre-apprenticeship skill set at the time. They were willing to take me on brand new and just put me out to work right away, which I think is definitely a better way to go, because then you can really get the feel for, is being an electrician the right thing for you, instead of having to go through 6 months. I guess you can still get a pretty good feel for it there while you're doing your 6 months of your pre-apprenticeship program. And more than anything else, the pre-apprenticeship program is just for getting in with the bigger companies. I don't know how many are still left out there that don't require it, but more than likely that is what the first step you're going to have to take. And on a bit of a side note, as I said, I've got several years, several thousand hours in now, and worked in all the different fields. The last company I worked with we were building camps for the oil and gas industry, which is a major industry. But when that industry slowed down, and it slowed down a lot the last time, I found myself out of work. The company that I was working for couldn't afford to keep me on, even though I had a very secure position as one of 2 electricians on an evening shift. Still, it didn't matter. And the inevitable is coming for pretty much everybody out there. All the big companies and corporations are downsizing and shutting down, and I hope you're prepared. And if you're not, I would like to help lead you in the right direction, so that if the inevitable ever happens to you, since the unemployment rate is skyrocketing literally every day. 2014, there were over 800,000 government employees out of work in a 24-hour period for an indefinite period of time. Fortunately, it didn't last too long, but they didn't know how long it was going to last. Now, how would that feel for you? What kind of position would you be in if all of a sudden your job dropped out from underneath of you? You're just left in the dark, left hanging, especially if you have a family that you need to support. If you're interested in heading in the same direction that I'm going, I've immersed myself with a great company and a great group of people to learn from and work together with business partners. And I control my own time. It is so great. I don't have to answer to a boss. I don't have to be constantly under somebody's thumb, wondering, if I'm doing anything wrong. That is just the absolute most horrible feeling, especially when your livelihood is in the balance and your family's livelihood. So if you would like to start preparing, dig into the links that I provided either directly below this video or in the description. There's a few different links there, and get as well informed as you can to make a good decision on which way that you want to go and take your family, and just prepare for what's coming down the road. Anyways, If you decide to head in the same direction, I'm here for whatever you need. And I will see you on the inside. All the best to you. Take care.